Good morning, Scott School, on this terrific Tuesday, November 26th. Oh, it is the last day of this week and the last day in November that you will be in school. So, tomorrow we are off for Thanksgiving break and Thursday. Most families celebrate Thanksgiving, and if your family does not celebrate that, that's okay because we want to be true and honest to our own traditions and just spend time with people and doing things that we enjoy. So I hope all of you have a safe and lovely break these next few days. And then we will see you next Monday, which will be our first day in school in the month of December. And then we have a few short weeks in December, and we will be off for winter break for 2 weeks then following that time period. So pretty exciting stuff going on right now. So remember, it is really important, especially on days that are next to a holiday break or any type of break, to remain respectful, responsible, safe, and bucket filling all day long. And I know that excitement or those big feelings are there. Some of you might be looking forward to something. Some of you might go, I really like to be at school and I really don't want to be off for break. And we understand that too. And we feel very similarly. We enjoy seeing you each and every day. But I just want to give you that reminder because behavior does matter and it helps us stay regulated and on task and focused throughout the school day so we can learn and have an enjoyable experience at school. The one thing I do want to point out to all of you is I had an opportunity to be outside during short recess yesterday. And whoa, was it something else because it was raining and all the things, and we were trying to line up to get into the building. And some noticings. I want to give a shout out to most of our students. We're doing an amazing job following directions when the whistle was blown, lining up, and listening to adult directions with a zero voice. That was incredible and very efficient. We did have some students who were not doing those things, and that sure did dip my bucket because I know Scott School students know what it means when the whistle's blown and what to do. So I was actually surprised and shocked, and I went, oh, Mrs. Schwartz, do you see this? And she said, I do. I can't believe this. So I'm not sure if we need to practice lining up again outside, and maybe that's something we have to consider. But before we do that, I do want to give you that gentle reminder that we know you can do it. Show us. So that way we don't have to waste recess time in practicing. And what that means is first, when the whistle is blown, you turn to the adult or adults on the playground or the walking loop and you want run in the direction or walk in the direction quickly to line up. If you have any type of outdoor equipment, you make sure you return that to the cart first before doing so, but you do that quickly as well. Second, when you line up, you look towards the adults that are at the front of the lines, have a safe body, and make sure you have a zero voice because your modeling allows everyone around you to see, wow, that's expected behavior, and I should be doing the same thing. Third, once you're in line, you continue to have a zero voice and look and watch for directions and listen as well. And then, last but not least, when it's time to walk into the building, you walk facing forward, hands by your side, give enough space to the friend in front of you, and make sure that you're carefully watching where you're going and keeping that zero voice all the way into the building and back to class. It's pretty simple, friends. We've seen you do it. We expect you to do it. Show us because it would kind of be a bummer if we had to go out there and say, nope, blow the whistle early because we have a lot of practicing to do. So we're counting on you and make sure that you're doing this not only because it's the safe way to do and it's the responsible thing to do, but it's also extremely respectful to our hardworking recess staff who are out there every single day to support you. We're counting on you. We know you can do it, Scott School. Please show us that. And I'm going to pass it to Mrs. Cochran. But before I do so, I want each and every one of you, again, to have a wonderful Thanksgiving and break.
Good morning, Scott School. So I'm here with the word of the week. The word of the week, I never get to introduce it. The word is famished. Let's clap famished and decide how many syllables it has. Ready? Famished. Hold it up. 2 syllables. The word famished means very hungry. It's an adjective. Adjectives are describing words. So we can say, I feel famished right before lunch. I'm ready to eat. Okay. Our cartoon says, I'm famished. What's for breakfast, lunch, and dinner? So use that word famished instead of hungry and impress your grown-ups at Thanksgiving. All right, Mrs. Schwartz, on to you.
Why, thank you, Mrs. Cochran. Friends, we've got some Panther Pride winners to celebrate today. In Miss Greenhow's class, we have Ella and Quinn. In Miss Sovey's class, Tate and Reese. In Miss Van Cura's class, Nate, Mason, Miles, and Kenna. In Mrs. Carr's class, we have Paisley and Colton. Or Colton L. And in Miss Anderson's class, Zeppelin and Nora. In Miss Denning's class, Kent and Carter. And finally, in Mrs. Toth's class, Jenna and Grace. Congratulations and thank you for demonstrating that bucket filling behavior. Now let's stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Have a terrific Tuesday, Scott School.